Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well. Well, I'm on these LS heads, and I thought I'd point a couple things out because I think about somebody that might be wanting to know some of the bad points about the LS heads. And I've gone over some of this before, but they're not a perfect head. So, detonation's crucial with them. Every pair I've ever seen always has detonation problems. And that's mostly due to all the sharp edges. And I've already rounded these back some, but I'm not finished, so I'm going to point this out. Where the spark plug ball sticks up, you want to round that back. And I still haven't finished this, but I did take the sharp edges off, so at least you want to at least take the sharp corners off if you don't do anything else. Now, I'm going to lay this back more when I'm finished, and your sharp edges here. This sticks up here, where the spark plug comes in. And there's just a few areas that you really want to pay attention to on these heads. It's not terrible here, but you can round this off on the combustion chamber. And the combustion chamber itself has a very sharp edge all the way around it that needs to be tapered back. So I thought I'd go over that real quick with you guys. And I did smooth this out in here, fellas. Now, I haven't cleaned this out around the plug yet, but that's hard to get at, and I'm not that worried about it. But I did round this off, and this has a sharp edge back where the spark plug is. I don't know if I mentioned that. This area right here, rounded in. Anything you can round in and take a sharp edge off, you always want to do that. But here's one thing I wanted to show you guys, is that LS had a very good idea, and you've seen me do this trick to my heads on the E7s and the Ford heads, and LS already has done this, and it's taken the combustion chamber and cutting it back so the air has tendency to be able to move under that valve. But what I wanted to show you guys is this. This is factory. This chamber goes way up here, pinches off here, so even when the valve's open, that air is still wanting to be going back up towards the valve. Because of all this material here, like if I put the screwdriver straight, and I've showed this before, how the air wants to actually bounce into the valve off of this the way it is from the factory. And it pinches off over here, and it pinches off over here along this wall. And you'll say, well, what can I do about that? Well, what you do about it is this. You taper all this back, and you just want to bring this wall out a tiny bit on the edge of the combustion chamber where it tapers in. Now, you don't have to go crazy on this, but if you can see the difference, if I put the screwdriver here and lay this back here, this screwdriver goes right under that valve in every spot here. Okay? And I don't know if it's showing up very well, fellas, but I think you can almost tell without me even doing it with the screwdriver how much higher it is here and how it pinches off. So I just wanted to show you guys that. And then what you have is a very bad machining edge. And what you guys want to do is use this machining edge to your advantage. And that's by blending that in to your seat. So you're actually almost helping the air do what it wants to do just by removing this machining edge. Because you think about it, the machine put this taper on there for the valve, which would be pretty consistent. And if you just take that little edge off of there, well, you have almost a perfect angle and a very helpful thing for the air to get around that valve. So that's all I've done here, guys. And to me, this is important. It's pretty crucial. If you're having heads done by a machine shop, or a guy's doing them for you and he doesn't address any of these areas, then you're leaving some very important things on the table. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention. And this is what sets performance apart, by taking the time to do these areas here. I always say, if you don't want to go the extra mile, well, you're always going to be missing out in the long run. And you'll think, well, my car runs good the way it is. Well, I guarantee you one thing. If you do these things like this, it would run better. And somebody could say, well, my car goes 1050s. I'm happy with that. That's perfectly okay. But what if it went 1030s with the same head, just because I had different things done to it like that? That's my way of thinking, guys, and that's how I always want to give my little 2 cents in, because it might make somebody think, you know what, I have these heads off, I'm going to take the extra time and I'm going to do these things. Now, one thing I do want to address, when you level this out, you're going to make a higher point here, because that's what you're doing. You're taking the metal and you're leveling it, and from leveling that, it's going to put a lower spot here, and it's going to make this peak a little higher. So you do want to round this back in, otherwise you're defeating your purpose. Because from the factory, that's actually not that bad. Like I said, anything that has a point or a peak, you want to take care of that. So when you do this mod, you'll wind up with a higher peak than what it is from the factory. So you have to level this back. I'm working on these, guys. I just thought I'd do this quick video and show you the difference, especially around the valve. I hope it shows up. And give you guys an idea, because I don't want to leave anybody in the dark when they're trying to do something to make their vehicle better. And one of the most important things we do are the heads. So anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I have a lot to do here, but I wanted to at least swing this around and take the time to show you guys. All right, guys, have a good day, and thanks for checking out my segment and taking time to watch it. I appreciate it, fellas. God bless you, and have a good day.